Hello, everyone. How are we all doing today? I trust we are all doing great. It's our study session once more. It's a pleasure to have you here on this session once again. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to know, where are you streaming from? Where are you joining the streaming from? So yes, we can see your name, but we would like to know, where are you joining from. So please, just comment on the session. Let us know, how is it going at your end, what's happening, how's your day been, stuff like that. We just want to get a feedback from you. So just say hello. Yeah, I can see Onyedika from Lagos. Hello, Onyedika. How are you doing today? I see Bolaji Adeto here as well. Hello, Bolaji. How's everything going? Awesome. Okay, so Bolaji is saying that he's connecting from Lagos. Oh, I see Samuel Joseph as well. He is also streaming from Lagos. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. It's a pleasure being with you guys here again today. Okay. Someone says today has been good, and that's really great. Mayowa streaming from Lagos. Hello, Mayowa. How are you doing today? I'm guessing this is actually going to be an interesting session. For today, it's will I say the word fascinating, that we have one of the leaders in the house who is going to be actually taking us through this particular session. I remember we talked about, while she was preparing, and I was like asking her, what do you have for us today? And she was giving me a brief. And with the brief I had, I'm sure this is going to be an awesome training. But in order not to take so much time, let me just introduce the speaker for today. Her name is none other than Tolulope Adeleke. She's one of the driving forces we have in the community. And of course, she's into growth and operations. She has fueled as well so many other communities, running in Africa as well. She has a diverse background encompassing sales, client management, business development, tech education. So you can see all of this combined together. You can it's going to tell you, the kind of spice from the lecture she's going to give us this evening. But one thing you need to know about Tolulope is that she is dedicated to extending her knowledge, and she wants everyone she comes in contact with to experience personal growth. She's dedicated to empowering people around her to gain cloud computing skills and pursue careers that could help them become program managers and stuff like that in the future. So without further ado, I'm going to be welcoming Tolu into the stage, right? And she's going to be speaking on an interesting topic for today. Hello, Tolu. How are you doing?
I promise I'm good and you.
I'm doing great. How is everything going?
We thank God. We push every day.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right. I know I've taken a bit of your time, but I would just like to ask you, can you give us like a brief of what you have for us today? I mean, what is this spice you are looking up forward to? Working with high availability on applications. Can you just give us a brief of what you're going to be discussing today?
Okay, yes, the topic today is actually suitable for everyone, even if you are entry level individual, like you're just transitioning into the tech space, because it's more about decision making. So if you are an employee or the owner of an organization, or you're just like a decision maker in every organization, in one way or the other, you are contributing to like solutions and like ideas that would actually help the organization grow or any business grow. So the topic today is going to just like touch on the solutions that can actually help an organization grow, the solutions that are available via AWS that can improve resilience, that can improve productivity for the business. So that is what we're going to talk about today.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So, let me not take much of your time again. I will hand over the stage to you. Please go ahead while I pick up my pen and my paper and jot down while you take on the training session. So, everyone, please, I present to you once again to Tolulope Adeleke. She's one of the leaders we have in the community, and she does amazing work in this community for us. Thank you very much, Tolu. I'm at the backstage, jotting down. So don't worry, I'm not leaving you here.
No problem. Thank you, Promise. Thank
You're
you so much.
welcome.
Hello, everyone. Yes, nice to meet you all again. So, we are just going to dive into the topic for today. Like we said earlier, we are going to talk about implementing high available solutions to meet resilience and business requirements. So, you know, one thing someone who is new to this would ask is that what do you mean by meeting resilience? So we are going to dive into that. So meeting resilience means designing and implementing system and processes that can absorb shocks. We understand what you mean by absorbing shocks. Like if you're an individual, we get shocked, not to think of businesses also get that shocked. And then as an individual, you know what you need is CPR or something. So if you're going to give your business CPR, this is what we're going to talk about today. So we don't even want you to get to the extent of having to give your business a payout to resuscitate it, to like revive it. So what we are going to talk about right now is how to avoid that situation in every business. So meeting resilience means designing and implementing systems and processes that can absorb shocks, recover quickly from failures, and continue to provide essential services to users or customers even in challenging circumstances. Resilience is a critical aspect of modern IT, modern information technology, and business operations, especially in a world where disruptions and threats are increasingly common. You know what I usually tell people is that what I love about the tech space is that you're not just doing the coding and the programming aspect. You you can also make decisions, like decisions that can help you grow, help the business grow. So this topic, the reason why I love this topic is that it's a combination of both business operations and information technology. And then, what we do here, security. So this topic is a combination of technology, business operations, and then security. So we understand what resilience is right now, like meeting resilience, then we can move on. So here are some of the key aspects you look into when you're trying to meet resilience. Like, sorry, if you have questions, you can drop. Promise can get the questions, or at the end of my talk, we answer the question. That is it. At the end of my talk, we answer the question. So if you have questions, please drop them in the chat box. So here are some of the key aspects of meeting resilience. Availability. I'm not going to like explain each of these because they're just the key aspect of meeting resilience. Like our main that is not like our main point of discussion today. So here are some of the key aspects of meeting resilience: availability, fault tolerance, recovery, redundancy, disaster recovery, scalability, data integrity, security, testing and validation, then documentation and procedure. So you can see that these are just the key aspects of that you need, like the things you need to put into consideration when you're trying to meet resilience. Like if you have all these things done, then I think you are at that stage where you're good to go when it comes to resilience. You are good to go. So availability, fault tolerance, recovery, redundancy, disaster recovery, scalability, security, testing and validation, then documentation and procedure. So those are the things. If you have all these things done, then you're good to go when it comes to you meeting resilience. So when we are creating high available solutions using AWS, we need proper planning. So when you're trying to implement high available solutions, when you're trying to create even before implementing it, you you have to plan in everything. Planning is required. So your business, or what helps your business grow, definitely require planning. So it requires careful planning and combination of AWS services to meet resilience and business requirements. In order to get available solutions, you have to like carefully plan the combination of the services you're going to use when it comes to AWS in order to be able to meet resilience. And then you have to know what is best fit for your business. So we are going to take into consideration some of the solutions you can actually implement. So before you go ahead, the first thing you have to do when you're trying to create, in order for you to be able to implement solutions, the first thing you have to do is to define your requirement. So you look at your business. What are the technical requirements that you can, you know, carefully gather together? What are the service level objectives? What is the recovery time you need? What are the recovery time objectives? Then you carefully create all this together. When you carefully create all these requirements and these objectives together, it helps you understand, like, okay, these are the requirements, these are the objectives. They are all created together. So it helps you understand, okay, all these things I've gathered together, this is what I need. What my this is what my business needs. This is what would actually meet the needs of my business. This is what will actually create solution to what we are presently going through, what we presently need. So the first thing you need to do, is to define the requirement. It's just like you're trying to get out of an issue, live issue right now. Then you have to look at what brought me to this stage, what do I need, what brought me to this stage, what do I need to do to get out of this stage, what is required of me. If I take this step, this is the step, and then this is the main reason why I need to take this step. So this is actually the stage um at this point. This is the first stage you have to, like the first step you have to go through whenever you're planning, whenever you're creating solutions in order to grow your business or help your business operation. So this, you can't go through this. So that is why, when people are talking about solutions architects, they're like saying solutions architects are like one of the builders, because these are the people that actually give advice on what you need to do. Because right now we are creating and implementing solutions. We can't do without design, the architectural design, because we are trying to put things together at this stage. So we can't do without the architectural design. So yes, you have to design your architecture for this high availability and resilience. So you can consider these following principles. You choose your best fit depending on your business, obviously. So you choose your best fit. Is it are you trying to use the multi availability zone? Are you auto scaling? Are you using the elastic load balancers or the RDS? So you have to consider the following principles. So are you using the multi availability zone to like ensure redundancy? Or at that point, does your, like, we said when you want to meet resilience, scalability is part of it. So do you need to auto scale, implement auto scaling to handle various workload in order to maintain your availability? Or is it ELBS, like to distribute traffic across multiple instances? Or then are you making use of RDS for your database replication across your zones that are available? So you have to like consider the principle, because it's like you're building a house and then you want to be sure of, okay, are we building a bungalow or is it a duplex? Do we need to put a staircase inside since it's a duplex? So this is the stage right now. So you have to consider what you need to do in order to provide solution. And then you need to like consider when building, what kind of services do we need at this stage in order to get this building done. Now we are at one of the very important stage, resources and data storage. Because like we know, we are trying to like implement solutions right now for business operation. So you have to make use of your compute resources, and then data storage, because it's your business. So for a lot of, like, what I mean is that for people who are transitioning right now, some of the buzzwords might be a little bit confusing. So what I'll need you to do is, after this session, you can go through the live video again on the YouTube page. Then you can take buzzwords like Lambda, S3, buckets, like Elastify, then just for you to understand what the functionality of each of these AWS services. because it might be confusing. I've been there, I understand what I'm saying. So it's just for you to take each of these services and then look at the function, then you'll be able to understand. But I think I've made it a little bit easier for you to understand in a sentence. But then if you want to read more, it's a lot for you to understand each of the services, because if you're going to like understand the service, then you have to take your time to understand what the Amazon S3 bucket is used for, what Lambda is used for. You have to understand each service. So for compute, we know you have to make use of EC2. So you have to make use of EC2 in order to scale, auto scaling. Then Lambda for the serverless computing. So in order for you to implement or create AI solutions, then you know that you definitely have to consider your data should be considered. Your data storage is very, very important. So you make use of S3 for data storage, and then I'm trying to like make this simple enough. You make use of S3, right, across regions where your data is being stored, and then trying to replicate what you have done for this region in another region and all that. So then when you're trying to store data, you have to make use of the elastic file system for scalability, because what at some point, because maybe your business is growing, at some point you need to scale up. Networking, I would go into networking. I think I don't know how to explain this as much as possible, but I think what is written on the screen here is explanatory enough. So just to be sure that your networking is all right, is in good shape, you have to use Amazon VPC to control your network traffic. I think every business does this like regularly. VPC for secure communication. I think everything right here is what every business that is actually making use of AWS or any other cloud platform would definitely do regularly. If you're not doing this regularly, then obviously I don't know. This is what every business is, both small, medium, or large businesses, will definitely do this regularly. So monitoring and logging. I think every developer, every DevOps engineer, I'm sure someone like Promise will definitely do this regularly in the organization he works with. Every DevOps engineer, every solutions architect, every cloud individual, like working in an organization one way or the other, takes part in this, the monitoring and logging aspects. So you have to implement Amazon CloudWatch. Like if you are new to the cloud space or using AWS, just look at the word monitoring and logging, then look at the word CloudWatch. So I think that should be explanatory enough for you to understand that, okay, CloudWatch. CloudWatch is definitely the service that is used to monitor. We are watching, like you I want to use Nigeria will say, okay, in order for us to get security, we have to use vigilante, right? We have to use vigilante for us to secure. So Amazon CloudWatch is like the vigilante for monitoring resources and setting up alarms, like regularly checking out what is going on. So For monitoring and logging, you have to implement Amazon CloudWatch for monitoring resources and setting up alarms. So then you have to use CloudTrail for auditing and tracking API activity. Like, let's see what's going on behind the scene. I have to use that word, behind the scene. Then you have to utilize AWS configuration for tracking resource configurations. Like, I think everyone understands what configuration is, especially if you're using any tech device. Any tech device, I mean, like our iPad and phones and softwares. So you have to use it and utilize AWS configuration for tracking resource configurations. So after monitoring and logging, then the next step you need to consider is backup and disaster recovery, which is very, 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 very important. Even if you're using an iPhone, we definitely back up regularly. Not to think of what is necessary for your business growth, what is necessary for your business operations. You have to back up, and your backing up have to be regular. So you regularly back up to Amazon S3, then you implement AWS backup for centralized backup management. Then you create disaster recovery plans and test them regularly. You see that word, test them regularly, and that regularly is very necessary because you can't just let everything you've worked for, you can't just let it go. Sometimes if you're using an iPhone, you get notification that you need to back up. Even I think WhatsApp backups is it monthly or so. So this is very necessary. Backup and disaster recovery is a step that is necessary. So I don't think there is any cloud engineer or DevOps engineer or individual who is in charge and is not doing this, then the person, I don't think you're doing the job you're being paid for. So backing up regularly and then disaster recovery is a step that is, I don't think there's any step that is not necessary. It's not even, I don't think. There is no step that is not necessary, but this is absolutely compulsory. Backup is compulsory. You can't lose all your data now. Security. This is more than necessary. So for you to be secured, you have to follow this security step. Follow AWS best practices for security. AWS best practices for security. Then use IAM. I think everyone knows what IAM, identity and access management, is. If we are very new, if we are at the cloud fundamental stage, this is like for AWS cloud practitioner, you definitely learn about IAM, and then it goes on and all at every step of your learning journey. So you follow the AWS best practices for security, then you make use of IAM in order to like limit who has access to what. That is what IAM is mainly used for. Who have access to what. So who have the admin control, who can get into this, who can get into that is very necessary. Then implement AWS Shield for protection. So for if you can follow this step, especially if you can follow the first step, which is the best practices for security, you can Google that. What is AWS best practices for security? Then you see what it brings out. Then you implement IAM, then you implement AWS Shield for protection. I think you're good to go. You're definitely good to go. So after taking that step of security, what should be the next step for you? Testing and failover. I think testing is what we definitely do regularly when it comes to implementing any AWS services or implementing anything. So you regularly perform failover tests to ensure your architecture can handle failures regularly. I think that is explanatory enough. Regularly perform failover tests to ensure your architecture can handle failures gracefully. Like, I think when normal architects are building a house, I think there's something they used to, like, I'm not really sure, but I think I've seen that. Like, there's something they use to test the if the building is actually strong enough. I think they have something they use to test. So I think this is what it is. So you regularly perform failover tests to ensure that your architecture, what you've actually built up, can handle failures gracefully. Then you make use of the elastic beanstalk for, you know, application deployment and management easily. You just utilize that EBS, that elastic beanstalk, for you to be sure that, okay, if I deploy this application or if I manage this application, we are good to go. So documentation and training. So if this is, you know why this is necessary, you know why this step is necessary. Like, if we have done this and it works, and then you notice that you did not document it, so how do you implemented something and it works? I think you should understand that you should document it so that you can use it all over and all over again. Since it works, then we can continue using this. It works for our business, then this is good to go. It's like you're putting a law. You have a community, and then you pass in a law in that community, and then it works, like everything is going on fine in the community, and then a new leader takes over, then the leader change it all over again, and then you see that what the leader changed is not working, and you want to go back to what was previously used, but there's no document to, like, to see what step and step it took to get to that stage. This is something like what is happening here. So the procedures, what was put in place, should be documented. So document your architecture and procedures, then train your team on AWS best practices and procedures. So training is actually necessary for every organization, every business. I think a lot of organizations and businesses actually train their employees, but when it comes to implementing available solutions on AWS, it is best that you train your team on the best practices and procedures, and then make sure that you document the architecture, and then you document the procedures. Is very, very necessary. So cost optimization, it is key even in your day-to-day life. It is very key. So you make use of AWS Trusted Advisor or the Cost Explorer to monitor and optimize cost. You can't just, you know, whenever you're deploying or doing anything, even sometimes you have to, before you log in and log out, you have to make sure that maybe whatever you're running, you have to, it's just like in our day-to-day life, we have prepaid now, right? Prepaid meter. And then you just you put on your microwave, you put on your TV, you put on every electrical appliances in your house, and then you travel for about 3 months, or you travel for about, even let's just put it as 1 month, and then everything is running. What will you come back to? You definitely come back to a house with light, but then when you're giving your invoice at the end of the month, you will definitely see what you've actually done. So cost optimization is key. You have to monitor. Like, I trust, if you're still living with your parents, or you're living with an elder sibling that is in charge of paying the bills, You definitely have to put off the lights before you sleep. You definitely have to put off everything. So this is cost optimization. So you have to make use of, AWS have made everything easy automatically. Just make use of the cost explorer to monitor and optimize your cost. Then make sure that you allocate resources. Allocate resource. This is what we're going to use for this. This is what you're going to use for this, so that you don't overspend, so that your costing is at least on an optimized level, on a very optimized scale that is, within your business budget. You have a budget that you're following through, so you just have to maintain cost optimization. Compliance and governance. This is closely, like, a little bit related to, um let me go back to that. Is a little bit related to security and one other step, but then this is compliance and governance. So you have to ensure compliance with industry standards and regulation. Definitely, in everything you do, you have a standard you have to follow. For the movie industry, for the music industry, there is a particular standard and regulation they have to follow. Same thing with IT services, AWS services. So you have to ensure that your business goes well with the industry standards and regulation. I stated some of the compliance standards and regulation there. Then make use of AWS organizations for multi-account management, just so that one person is not like solely in charge. So compliance and governance. So scaling, implement vertical and horizontal scaling as needed. This is same thing as, just monitoring. So when you monitor, when you see that, okay, I think we need to scale horizontally at this point, then please go ahead and do that. Implement vertical and horizontal scaling as needed. Utilize AWS services like auto scaling and elastic load balancing for dynamic scaling. So all this is just, this step is for whoever is making the decision, those that are making the decision to, like, to decide, okay, scaling is needed at this point. What kind of scaling do we need? High availability testing. You have to regularly perform load testing and, validate, like, what we've built. How is it meeting resilience at this point? That's just it. Documentation and change management is normal. I think we said that in that documentation and procedures before. So document changes and updates to your architecture. Implement change management process to avoid unexpected issues. This one is normal. Like I said before, you see that something is working, then it's good to document it so that it can be used again. Then right now, you see that something is wrong. Because you've documented, you can know what to avoid, and then you implement that change management process to avoid issues. Then what you need to update, you update immediately. So that is why documentation and change management is important. Then recovery, disaster recovery testing. Test your disaster recovery plans regularly to ensure data and service availability in case of catastrophic failures. I think that is just big English, catastrophic failures. So simply state that you regularly plan and ensure that your data and service are available in case there is any failure. So like in short, in a nutshell, for you to have a good architectural design, for you to implement high available solutions to help your business operations. This is what you should just do. This picture and the notes like is what you need to do. If you focus on this framework for your architecture, then I think you've done absolutely well. Your operational excellence is top notch. You run, manage, and monitor production workload to deliver business value and continuous improve on supporting process and events. Your security, you protect your information system and assets from the world, risk assessment, unplanned failures and mitigation strategies, your reliability, your auto recover workload from infrastructure. You manage resource, you meet up to meet operational threshold, performance efficiency, you make use of computing resources, then cost optimization. So, all those things we've been saying since the beginning of this um study session. This is the nutshell of it all. So, if you are asked what kind of architectural framework can I, you know, put into shape, okay, what can I do to actually meet resilience? What are the steps I need to take? This is just it. This is just the steps. So, all what we've been saying this morning, all what we've been saying since the beginning of this session, I've just been I've just been summarized here with this picture and this short note. This is everything you need. If you implement all this, then I think you're good to go when it comes to implementing high available solutions to meet business operations need when it comes to AWS. So this is all you need. Operational excellence is very, very key. Security, then how reliable is your infrastructure, how reliable is your architecture, how reliable are your management and operational needs, then performance efficiency, what you've done, the architecture, the framework you have in place, is it efficient enough to like meet your workload? Is Are you maintaining that performance that meets the service level agreement? Then cost optimization, are you checking your budget? Are you checking your resources? Are you allocating resources well? This is everything you need. This is everything you need to improve scalability, to improve business operations, to implement high available solutions. So I think we've come to the end of this topic of this study session. If you have questions, I think now is the time. Are there any questions, Promise? I can't hear you.
Sorry, I think I muted my mic. My bad. I hope you can hear me now.
Yes.
All right, awesome, awesome. So currently, I've been going through the chat, and I can see some questions here. The first one I can see here is how can businesses maintain continuity and deal with challenges like hardware failure and migration stalls when migrating to the cloud?
I think that is a different ball game entirely. But just like I said, how you can maintain continuity and deal with challenges like hardware failure is you have to try something first. You're migrating right now. You're just migrating to the cloud. So you have to like look for the framework that work best for you. Then, just like I said, documentation and procedure. You are trying this out because one thing you should consider is all businesses are not the same, right? My business is different from your business. It's like I'm building a house I have just one child and you are asking me to build a duplex with 7 rooms. No, I can do well and live large with just one bungalow with 2 rooms or 3 rooms. It's just me, my husband, and my child now. So, how many foods we will be eating? We have to check out that. I'm just making use of this example so that you can understand that businesses are not the same. So you're migrating into the cloud, definitely is highly recommended that you don't make the decision yourself. You like have to contract a solutions architect that would definitely like get the best fit for your business. Then sure, anyone who is doing that will know that okay, we are trying this out. That is why testing failures is recommended. You're trying this out, and then this is what is best fit for my organization. If this is the best fit, because we've documented it before, then we can implement again. Then that is why there is that slide. Let me take us back there. For if what we did is not the best fit, there is that slide for. I want to take us back there. Testing and failover. So if that is not the best fit, you definitely perform failover tests to ensure that your architecture can handle failures regularly. So when migrating to the cloud, you will definitely face, it's just like you running a simple code and then you notice that there's something wrong. It's normal. It's normal. So for you to maintain continuity and deal with challenges like hardware failure, you have to, keep trying. Then when you get the best fit, you make sure that that is what you continue using. If you continue using that and it's working perfectly for your business, then I'm sure it will come to a state that your business would actually overgrow that. Then you need to upscale. So that is why these steps are necessary. So there's no how you won't meet failure, but I love the fact that you said maintain continuity. So you have to, continue testing to see what is best fit. Document all your step at each point, then which is the best fit. When you get that best fit, because it is well documented, please just continue. You can't know what is good for your business until you try it out. So even if you are getting that expert advice, which is highly recommended, if you are getting that expert advice, I'm sure the person that is giving you the advice, the only reason why the person can be so sure is because the person have done some testing, maybe with other businesses before or with other organization before. So the person maybe have what your business is definitely passing through. The person have gone through it with another business before. So the person can recommend, okay, this is what we need to do. I did this with this organization and this is the outcome. So that is how it works. But if you're just trying this out with your business and your business or any other business have not gone through whatever you're trying to do, or whatever cloud you're trying to migrate to at that point, then you have to just find your best fit. Then once you find your best fit, then it's highly recommended that you implement it over and over again. Thank
Awesome,
you.
awesome. Thank you very much for that, Tolu. I also have one other question here that basically speaks about how can a startup business organization, right? How can they implement all of the changes you've recommended with limited resources and as well being able to meet up with demands?
Sincerely, for a startup, resources are very, very limited. But then that is why there's cost optimization. For a startup is like an individual. I am earning 250K. I can't compare myself with someone who is earning over 1 million monthly. So what resource do you have? So that is why I made use of the scenario of me with my one child. I don't need a duplex with 7 room All I just need is maybe a bungalow with one room or two. So there is a fine quote for every fine person. So because they are a startup, you don't need to, sew it down shaking with five pockets. You just need to optimize your cost. What do my business need? And sincerely, that is why I always advise that before you even do anything, you contact that solutions architect that will give you the framework that is best fit for your business. So if you can get the best fit for your business, I think you can put your limited resources in control. And definitely, just like every other budget, there's always room for miscellaneous spending. So if you're trying to create a budget or you're trying to optimize resource for your business, I'm sure you would definitely always put like room for miscellaneous. So this would help you to meet up with demands at that point. So as a startup, it's very advisable to follow the step that are stated on this slide. If you can follow it, then you allocate resources that is best fit for your business. Then you'll be able to meet up with demands, and then you'll be able to, make use of your limited resources. So it's just normal. It's just your startup is you. How do you maintain your resources, or your, let's say, as a 9 to 5 worker, how do you maintain your salary every month? That is how you do it with your startup business. And then if you're trying to implement all these services, it's just for you to know what is best fit, and then optimize. So implement all this with your limited resources. You have a limited resources, you are definitely aware of that. So it's just for you to allocate resources at best fit them, create that framework that is suitable for your business. And then, like I said before, since you find the best fit, just continue implementing it over and over and over again. I hope that
Awesome.
has answered that.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you very much, Tolu, for this. Okay, so without so much delay, I think it would be best we move into the quiz time. Yes, guys, it's time for the quiz. How many of you are excited about this? How many of you are excited about this? I know that, I mean, we all want to be able to participate and win something for this particular event. So I'm going to be sharing the link for the quiz, and I'm hoping that you all are able to join. So if you want to join the quiz, probably let me share my screen. Yes, yes. Waha. Okay. So I have this here. If you would like to join the quiz, please go to ahaslides.com. Yes, I'm pasting the link for the quiz here. Go to ahaslides.com .com/FML5K. Right. So go here, go here, go here. Yes, this is the link to join the quiz. You can also decide to scan the barcode, which you see on the screen. You can decide to scan the barcode, which you see on the screen. So, guys, I'm waiting for you all to join in. Yes, welcome, Mayor. I see Mayor has joined. Yes, HMGHZ, welcome. You are welcome. You are welcome. I see BJ has joined. Hello, BJ. How you doing today? Yes. So, who else? Who else wants to play this quiz with us? Who else would like to play this quiz with us? Also, please note that we only have one winner for today. For the quiz sessions we are going to be organizing, there is only one winner. And note that if you have won before, right, and you are the winner for this session, we are going to give it to the second person. So we want everyone to have something. We want everyone to take a part, to be able to, you know, gain something from this quiz session, right? So I'm seeing only three people here. All right, let's start the quiz because time is fast spent. Let's start the quiz. Yes, guys. So, yes, the quiz has started. Guys, you have less than 30 seconds to go, guys. 30 seconds. Less than 30 seconds to go, guys. Less than 30 seconds to go. Who is going to be this winner? Who is going to win this for us? Who is going to win this for us? Well, the time is up. Let's show answers. Awesome, awesome. We have four people getting the right question. AWS Elastic Load Balancer. All right, on to the next question. Wow, Mayor. Nice, 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 nice. Um, Let me see. What is happening here? Why do we have winners already? No. Looks like something is wrong. Let me check that because I know we have more than one question. So let me check what is going on, guys. Just one moment. One moment. Let me check what is going on. We have some nice, interesting questions for you all. Okay. Just one moment, guys. I just want to see what is going on. Aha, okay. All right. Just some moments. Okay. I think I have resolved the issue. Yes. I have resolved the issue. So we will be starting the quiz. Yes, we are starting the quiz, guys. Just one moment. Okay. Yes. What's happening? Wow. Looks like I'm having some issues with this. Just a minute, guys. Just a minute. Uh, 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 um, 1 minute,
I think you
guys.
should be good to go now.
Huh?
I think you should be good to go now.
Yes. I think I'm just trying to give them more time to be able to participate in the quiz. I see the time here was quite low. So let me give them some more time to be able to do this. Just give me some few minutes, guys. Give me some few minutes. All right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let me start this again. All right. So, guys, I think yes, we are good to go now. Yes, I know you guys have started this before, so Let's just run this and let's see what happens. Think we were having some issues. So, I mean, if you connected, let's see if we can make this happen. So, guys, yes, let's continue. We have this. I don't know if anyone joined in, but I'm hoping they did. I'm hoping they did. Guys, I'm hoping you guys did. Yes, so I can see some people have answered the questions. 3, 2, 1. Good. So now let's see the answers. Awesome. I see 2 people got this. Awesome. Olix Mayor. Nice, nice, nice. Now let's go over to the second question, guys. To ensure data resilience and disaster recovery for object storage, what AWS feature should you use? What AWS features should you use? In case you haven't joined the session and you're live, you can still join the session. Just scan the barcode and join the quiz session. Yes, to ensure data resilience and disaster recovery for object storage, what AWS feature should you use? What AWS feature should you use? Yes, let's get this going. 3, 2, 1. Time's up, guys. So let's see the answer. Awesome. 4 people got this. Amazon S3 with cross replication, cross region replication. All right, let's see who is topping the chart. Olix, Olix, Olix. Olix is topping the chart again. Well done, Olix. Mayor, I see you. HMGSZ, I see you. BJ, I see you. Let me see if Mayor is going to be able to top the shots this time around. All right, on to the third question. Which AWS service helps monitor the performance of your resources, set up alarms, and automatically react to changes in your AWS environment? I mean, I think I heard Tolu speak about this. So I'm wondering, guys, if you're going to be able to get this, because I remember Tolu speaking about this. Who is going to get this one? Who is going to get this one? Who is gonna get this one? Who is gonna get this one? Wow. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up, guys. Sam, so what's happening? Why this sad face? Let's see what the answer is. Wow. Nobody got this. What's happening, guys? What happened? No one. No one at all. Wow, I mean, I can't even see. Looks like no one answered any question there. What's going on, guys? I mean, Olix is still leading the board, followed by Mayor. Yes, all right. Let's see if we are able to see some performance on this one. Guys, nobody answered the last question. What happened? What happened, guys? What is a recommended practice to ensure security in AWS when it comes to access control? When it comes to access control, what is a recommended practice to ensure security in AWS? Let's see who is gonna get this one. Let's see who is gonna get this one. Oh, the options are not working. Oh, really? You mean none of the options are working? Options not showing up. Wow. Looks like there is a glitch somewhere. Wow. I see, I see, I see, I see. Ah, okay. Let's try the last one, guys. Let me know if the option comes up because looks like there is some glitch somewhere. Let's see. So, guys, do you see the options on this one, or is this still not giving options? Guys, do you see the options here? Okay, so I see Olix speaking. I see Olix with a sad face. Does it mean the same option is not happening? No question, no option. Really? Interesting. Nothing. Wow, 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 wow. That's too sad, guys. Too sad, too sad, too sad. All right. Anyway, looks like we are gonna pick the winner for this session. But I mean, you guys, I can see this. So how did you guys pick this? I mean, four people answered this. So how did you guys select this? Because I'm seeing that four people answered this. Well, let's see who wins this. Wow. Last minute, Mayor decides to top the charts in the last minute. Mayor, you need to explain how did you go about this? I think Mayor should be Mayowa Fajube. So please explain how did you go about topping Olix? Because that was, yeah, that was the first question everyone answered. Yes, yes, that's true. That was the first question everyone answered because we had a slight glitch, right? And then we started the quiz again. So, I mean, I would consider the last question to be like a bonus question for everyone. Wow, wow. Mayor. Looks like Mayor has won before. So, what I would just advise if Mayor has won before, then HMGSZ should be the one this time around to get it. Mayor, can you confirm if you've won before? Mayor, can you confirm if you've won before? All right. Anyway, since there is like some situation with Mayor winning, I would. Oh no, you haven't. Okay. All right. So Mayor, please. What I'm gonna advise you do right now is to share your details, right? Share your details with us, your LinkedIn profile, your email address, your phone number, and your Twitter handle. Please kindly share that to us. Yes, kindly share that to us. Yes, kindly share that to us, your LinkedIn profile, your email address, your phone number, and your Twitter handle, right? Also, I would like to advise everyone, if in case you haven't followed our community handles, please go to linktree.com, right? And you can look for us at AWS Sec West Africa, right? This link takes you to a place where you can follow all our social media handles. Yes, I see Olamileko saying sometimes you don't see the options. I think there was some glitch with a house lights today, but don't worry, guys. We're gonna work look into that. But in the meantime, actually, Mayor won, so let's say congratulations to Mayor. Also, please note that we'll be having a webinar series on Saturday, guys. Yes, we will be having a webinar series on Saturday, and the webinar series is going to be talking about adapting to tech industry changes. Yes, adapting to tech industry changes. So please, guys, in case you haven't registered for the event, please go ahead and do so. Go ahead and do so. I intend to share a link for that event here. So, I mean, just go there, click on this link, and register. I have pushed the link here, right? This is the meetup link for the registration. Just in case you haven't registered, please go ahead and register. We'll be having some experts in the house who are going to be speaking with us, and I promise it's going to be an interesting session. Right. So about this time, I think it's time to round off the session for today. So I'm going to say thank you, everyone. Have an awesome day ahead. Hello, Tolu. Have you have any goodbye words for us?
No, not much. I just want to say that guys would like to see you all during this study session is really helpful because learning never stops. Let's just keep learning and
Yes, yes.
upgrading ourselves.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you very much for that, Tolu.
Thank you.
All right, guys. We hope to see you on Saturday. The time is 12 p.m. Ensure you go to the meetup group and you register for the event coming up on Saturday. Cheers, guys. Bye bye.